Good morning, hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. And if you're a returner, thanks for coming back. So today I'm going to be talking about investing and how you can get started as a beginner. Investing does not have to be scary. It does not have to be intimidating, and you don't have to be a man to do it. So I want to show you guys kind of how you can get started with investing and how to ultimately grow your net worth. I use Robinhood. In the description box, I have a link, and if you sign up through Robinhood, we'll both receive a free stock. It's free to join, and I'm going to be using Robinhood to kind of walk you guys through how I invest. I like Robinhood because it's very straightforward, it's very user-friendly, and has a very easy to understand interface. I definitely recommend it, especially for beginners. As always, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I believe this is day 5 of my challenge, and so don't forget to subscribe and follow along if you want to see all of the 28 videos that I am posting during this February challenge. But with no further ado, let's get started. So I'm super excited to show you guys Robinhood and how I'm investing in 2023. Like I said before, you can sign up to Robinhood via the link in the description box below, and you will also get a free stock if you do that. So that's just free money, and I get a free one too. So I'm of course going to encourage that, but let's go ahead and dive in. So first of all, let's talk about why you should be investing at all. So the first thing that I have to say is, as you invest money, your money is going to essentially grow over time. Investing in the stock market basically creates compound interest, which is essentially your money snowballing on top of itself. So as the stock market expands, so will your money. And so if you're investing in it every month, your money is just going to continuously grow and grow exponentially and has a snowball effect. So let's say that you're able to invest $200 a month, and over the next 30 years, that number doesn't change at all. $200 a month. Maybe you can't do 200, maybe you can only do $100 a month. Whatever your monthly investment ability is, I would just maximize that. And I'm going to show you kind of how this can snowball over the next 30 years. Let's say in the first year, you just focus on that $200 a month, and we don't really see any, growth. By the end of that first year, you'll have about $2,400. Now, in the end of the second year, you're going to keep doing that. So you're going to continue to do $200 a month, but you're also going to have your $2,400 from the year before. And then over that 12-month span, the average return of the S&P 500 is about 10%. So we're just going to assume a 10% year-over-year growth. And now we're going to do this for every single year for the next 30 years. So we will essentially see the same growth, on average 10% every single year. And by your 30th year, you would have almost $500,000. So this can have just such a big impact if you stay consistent and put money into the market every single month. Now, this is with a $200 investment. Let's say by year 5, you got a promotion at work, and now you're able to start investing $500 a month. If we change your monthly investment from year 5 through year 30 to $500 a month, now you're significantly higher at almost $900K saved up by year 30. So hopefully now I've convinced you that you should be investing money every single month. Again, with just $200 invested every single month, you could have almost $500,000 in 30 years. Whatever your excess income is, that's great money to be investing in the market to ultimately set yourself up to retire early or retire comfortably. Imagine if you were able to invest $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month and just see that grow over time. So now I'm going to pop into Robinhood. I'll switch to that screen now. All right, so once you've used that referral link to get signed up for Robinhood, on your main page, you can kind of see how much money you have invested here, and then all of the shares that you're invested in on the right-hand side. You can search any type of stock or ETF in the search bar. So the one that we kind of have been talking about is called the S&P 500 SPY. And this is one that if you don't want to overcomplicate your investment portfolio, you can always just invest in the S&P 500. The reason for that is it's a conglomerate or a mix of a bunch of different stocks. It's actually the top 500 companies in the US. And that means that your portfolio is going to be relatively balanced from a stock perspective. If one company starts to fail, it's not going to significantly impact your total portfolio. Whereas if you were heavily invested in, say, Amazon, and Amazon stock crumbled, you would be, at risk of losing a lot of money. So instead, if you invest in these ETFs, like the S&P 500, you have a much higher likelihood of maintaining steady growth year over year. Now, of course, this also means that, let's say Amazon took off and grew 200% in a year. if you're invested in the S&P 500, that's not going to happen to your portfolio. So you really have to kind of balance what you want to be invested in. Of course, you can always invest in companies like Amazon, Microsoft, etc. I personally am. That's just totally your call. And I personally prefer to have majority of my portfolio invested in ETFs. So let's say you want to buy S&P 500. Literally all you would do is type in the ticker, which for this one is actually SPY, and you would buy in dollars or shares, and that's literally it. It tells you here how much buying power you have available. So this is money that you've transferred in from your bank account. And then in the recurring tab, this is where you can set up recurring investments. So let's say you're the type of person that doesn't want to think about investing money every single month. You can set up these recurring investments that automatically puts money into, let's say, SPY. And that way you don't have to think about your money going in every single month. It just automatically does it. The nice thing about this is it really simplifies your investment process. It takes away a lot of stress, and you literally would not have to do anything else in order to make sure that you're growing your net worth to that $500K, $1 million, or whatever by the time you're 60. So another cool thing that I like about Robinhood is you can actually click on the history tab, and then in here you can see your, not only your purchase history, but also if you click type and dividends, search, you can see how much money you're making from dividends every single month. So I have my account set up to dividends that I earn are getting reinvested into my portfolio. So that means that every month as I'm receiving dividends, it's just going back into the stock market, and that is also impacting my overall snowball effect to ultimately grow my account every single month and every single year. There's tons of different stocks that you can get invested in. I personally like to buy QQQ, which is heavily focused on tech. Of course, tech hasn't been doing very great, especially not in 2022, but you can buy literally anything that is available on Robinhood. I do have about $200 worth of buying power, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy $200 worth of S&P 500. So literally all I do is I come into S&P 500, change it to dollars, and I'm going to do the rest of my account 203.30. And then I just click review order and buy. And that's it. And then if you do want to set up recurring, you could click that right there. And again, you would just do that every single month, but you would need to make sure that you have the buying power available in order to set up this recurring investment. One other cool thing about Robinhood is that it has all of these kind of trending lists. It has some top headlines for the market. So it's just kind of interesting to see how, different companies are performing. And it's nice to have these little tidbits as FYI in case you're curious and want, more information. So I think that pretty much covers my high level explanation of getting started in the stock market in 2023. If you guys want to know more about how to get started investing in dividend investing, what is dividend investing, why I like to invest in dividend stocks, things like that, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to elaborate more on any of these topics. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be stressful, and using Robinhood can really help simplify the whole process. Hopefully I have convinced you that you should be investing in the stock market. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which is going to be a full day in the life of a unemployed person, a stay-at-home wife, and a rover sitter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll like the one linked above where I share 10 money saving tips.